Hi everyone, thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day hanging out with me here on my channel. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, and I hope that January is off to a great start for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you've been up to, or if you made any goals or resolutions for yourself. I know some people are against those, some people like doing it. I personally like doing it just because in January I feel like I have like extra motivation to kind of start fresh, so I figure if I have that, I better take advantage of it. So January has been off to a great start for me so far, and I hope that it has been for you as well. So today's video is part 3 of my 2015 beauty favorites. I recently did my favorite lip products and my favorite face products. That kind of includes foundations, concealers, and powders, so I'll link those videos in the description box below. Today's video is going to be all about my favorite blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, and then my last video will be up next week, which will be all about my favorite eye products. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying hearing about my favorites. I've been loving reading your favorites in the comments below, so don't forget to share your favorite blushes, bronzers, or highlighters in the comments of today's video, and let's jump into it. So let me start with blushes, and can I just tell you guys, in 2015 I kind of realized that I'm not a huge blush person, which is so weird for me because I have a ton of blushes and I feel like I love how they look. They're so beautiful and I always want to be a blush person, but honestly I kind of gravitate toward the same 2 blushes over and over. I love natural blushes and kind of shimmery highlight blushes that just make you look like you're glowing. I don't want it to look like I'm wearing blush, I just want it to look like I have a nice, really subtle flush to my face, if that makes sense. So I can't wait to do my blush declutter, which will be coming up soon, because I feel like I'm going to get rid of so many blushes and I want to get your recommendations on really natural, kind of glowy blushes. So leave them in the comments below if you guys have any. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling a lot in this video, so I have 2 favorites that I want to share with you. So my first favorite is from the drugstore. It is the Maybelline Master Highlight by Face Studio Highlighting Blush in the shade Pink Rose. I keep saying that I'm going to get additional shades and I keep forgetting. I need to do it because this is my favorite blush of all time. It is absolutely beautiful and I love that it's so affordable. You can find it at the drugstore, so it's a really great price. So if you like the kind of glow that a highlighter gives you but you want it combined with the pigmentation of a blush, this is the one for you. It goes on so beautifully. The formula is amazing. It stays in place and I just love it. I love that it also has kind of like specific parts in it that are highlighters, because I'll use it to kind of highlight my inner corners, sometimes just use it to highlight my cheeks, and I can't get enough of it. I definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't already. My next favorite is from theBalm. It is their Cindy-Lou Manizer, which could be used as a highlighter or a blush. I personally like to use it as a blush because it has a really beautiful kind of rosy pink tone to it, but it has the kind of consistency and just appearance of a highlighter. So it's not super crazy shimmery, so I feel like if you apply this all over your cheeks, you don't look ridiculous, but you just have a really subtle, beautiful glow. The pigmentation is nice because it's not super pigmented. It's really subtle. I definitely recommend checking it out. I think that the texture, the consistency is just really nice, and I love the packaging. It's so cute. So either one of these blushes, if you are a fan of subtle, glowy looks, would be for you. While we are on the topic of glowy highlighted looks, I want to talk about my 2 favorite highlighters, and I feel like before 2015 I never really wore highlighters. I just couldn't really figure out how to apply them, which ones looked best on me, until I tried the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfectors. These are the best highlighters that I've ever tried, and I really rarely reach for a different highlighter. They're so beautiful, so pigmented, and I cannot get enough of them. The 2 that I have are, of course, Champagne Pop, which is the one that Jaclyn created. This is a really beautiful kind of pale champagne gold color, and it looks stunning on every single person that I've ever seen try it. I think that it also works great as an eyeshadow, an inner corner highlight, and it's just so beautiful. I love it so much. And the other one is Opal. Unfortunately, I did drop mine a few months ago, but I'm still using it. I kind of attempted to put it back together, but this is again a really beautiful highlight. If you are looking for something outside of the gold family, but you still want a really pretty shimmery highlight, I would definitely recommend Opal. I wear both of them probably equally, but I used to wear Opal a lot more than Champagne Pop, but now I kind of switch them out and just use them, you know, depending on what look I'm going for. But these are so worth the money. I know they're a little pricey compared to drugstore products, but I'm telling you, Becca's face products are amazing. The quality is outstanding, and I would definitely recommend this. So I have 2 bronzer favorites to share with you guys. These are probably the 2 that I used most often this year. The one that I used for most of the year was Benefit's Hoola bronzer, which is like a staple in most people's collections. This is a really gorgeous matte milk chocolate bronzer that looks so beautiful on a bunch of different skin tones. Some people like to use it to bronze up their face. Some people like to use it for contouring. I love this, but I feel like when it's winter and I'm super pale, which is the majority of the year, it's a little bit too dark for me, but I did like it for a lot of the year because it's just the perfect bronzer to apply quickly, to use to contour, to use to bronze up your face, and it looks beautiful. The formula itself is really soft, really, what's the word I'm looking for, smooth. It goes on the skin really nicely, blends beautifully, so this is definitely a good option. My next favorite is from Too Faced. It is their Bronzed and Poreless Pore Perfecting Bronzer. I think that this is one of the best bronzers that I've ever tried. The formula is amazing. It blends on the skin so beautifully, unlike any other bronzer I've tried, and I feel like texture is a big thing for me. I feel like sometimes with bronzers, they kind of skip across my skin or they don't blend out as nicely as I would like, but I don't have that problem with this one at all. Because this one is targeted toward people who are looking for a pore perfecting product, I feel like it just goes on really smoothly and it looks beautiful. The color is really great because my skin is pretty pale, so it doesn't look like I have an orange streak across my face. It just gives me a little bit of a bronzed appearance, and I might use it to contour slightly. I'm not a huge contouring fan just because I'm terrible at it, but it's just a beautiful color. I really like it and I definitely recommend it. And my last favorite is kind of a category, but I love these. These are from e.l.f. Cosmetics and they are their just like face palettes or face quads, whatever you want to call them. They have one for every category. They actually have a few for every category. So this is what they all look like inside. So they have bronzers, blushes, contour, highlighters, so whatever you're looking for. But I love these because these are $6, which is a great price. I mean, you honestly can't beat it because you get 4 different shades of whatever you purchase inside it, so you can mix and match. You can have different shades that you're looking for, but these are really pigmented. They go on the skin beautifully, and the pigmentation to me is crazy, especially for a $6 product. They have a large mirror on top, so you could totally travel with these, and I love these. They're really convenient. You can actually pop them out and you can kind of mix and match. Again, if you're traveling, you can pop out the bronzer and put a blush in, pop out another one, and stick a highlighting square in. They're just a great product from the drugstore, and if you haven't tried them yet, I definitely recommend them. So those were my favorites this year. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite highlighters, blushes, and bronzers were, because I could definitely use some recommendations, especially now that you kind of hear what I like, because I feel like I'm kind of stuck in a rut when it comes to these products. I mean, I love these so much and I will use them every single day, but it is fun to branch out. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in my next video.